Hello students. Students, I hope you all are well and you are attending your classes regularly. So today we will continue with the same chapter, that is life processes. Please open page number 98 and 99. Refer these two pages. Okay. So today we will discuss something about nutrition in human beings. Okay. So before that I would like to tell you or introduce you with some of the basic topics. Okay, like you all know that you have studied in your lower classes about holozoic nutrition, the heterotrophs, the animals or the living organisms which are dependent on others for their food requirement. They have a holozoic nutrition, means they take the food is digested, absorbed and assimilated mostly inside the body. Okay, I am not seeing all the living organisms, I am not seeing all the heterotrophs, most of the heterotrophs. Okay, so this holozoic nutrition, it includes following processes, that is, first is ingestion. Now in ingestion it means intake of food, to take the outside food inside the body, that is called as ingestion. So there are different methods for intake of food. Okay, now for example you can say it like in amoeba. In case of amoeba, the food is taken inside the body with the help of pseudopodia. In case of human beings take the food inside the body, inside digestive system or alimentary canal by their hands. Okay, so I have told you this before also, all the living organisms, the main aim of all the processes is same in all the living organisms, but the methods can be different. Even in nutrition also, that is, nutrition is the method of obtaining and utilizing the food. Okay, but the main aim is to get energy, the main aim is to use this food for different life processes. Okay, to fulfill the energy requirements by all living organisms. That is the main aim, but the method of obtaining it and utilizing it is different in different organisms. Okay, so first is ingestion, second is digestion. Digestion means to break the food into smaller and smaller pieces. Now for example, if I will take the case of humans. Now the main aim, for first just think about the main aim. What is the main aim? The food should reach the cells, and here this food should be used for various processes, or you can say the food in the cell is oxidized to liberate energy. So main aim is to food should reach the cell, and how the food reaches the cell of the different cells of the body. Food has to reach to all the cells of the body, not to one cell. So how the food reaches all the cells of the body? How? By blood. Blood carries the food, the waste material, the gases to different cells of the body. Now how blood takes the food, how blood carries the food? Blood cannot carry large particles of food, blood cannot carry complex food materials, blood can carry only small molecules of food. So I have told you this before also, when the food is eaten, the different nutrients in the food are present in the complex form, in the big form, and that those nutrients like carbohydrates, fats, proteins, they are present in the complex form, in a big form. So those nutrients have to be converted into simple form, in small form, and then only the blood can carry them. So when the food passes through different parts of this digestive system like mouth, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, these nutrients are broken down, means these are digested, they are broken down by enzymes and are converted into simple form. Now by eating food has so many functions. It gives you energy, it helps you to grow, it fight against diseases, it repairs the damaged cell. But what is so special in the food? That special thing which is in the food are the nutrients, which has different functions. So these nutrients are present in the food. So when you eat food, when you eat balanced diet, in that balanced diet all different types of nutrients are present, not only one nutrient. That food which you eat, that will have carbohydrates also, will have proteins also, will have fats also, will have vitamins also, minerals also. So these nutrients are present in big form, complex form. So all these nutrients needs to be digested, needs to be broken down and needs to be converted into a simple form. Okay, that is digestion. Understood? So when you take the food, when the food is eaten, so two types of digestion, two types of breakdown takes place. First is physical breakdown of the food, that the food, when you eat, the food is present in big pieces, that physically the food is broken into small, solid, into semi-solid and into liquid form. Okay, that takes place with the help of teeth, with muscular contraction of the stomach and the intestine. That in this way the food is broken down. But how the food is broken down, but how the nutrients also need to be, main aim is that nutrients, complex nutrients needs to be digested, needs to be broken down, and it cannot be broken down by the teeth, with the help of a tongue or by muscular contraction. No, these nutrients, they are digested with the help of special enzymes. Okay, and I will tell you in the next class what are enzymes. So in different organs, certain enzymes are present in certain juices, and those enzymes, they act on the nutrients and break the nutrients. Okay, that we may discuss in next class. So another process of holozoic nutrition is digestion. Digestion means to break the food, and why it happens? So that to convert the nutrients into simple form, so that it can be carried by the blood to the cells. Now digestion is of two types, is intracellular digestion and extracellular digestion. Now students, you simply have to understand the concepts. No need to learn anything by heart, because if you will learn anything by heart, then you will forget. But if you understand, you will never forget, and you will be able to attempt any question given from any side, any book, from anywhere. So try to understand the things and clear your concepts. And once your concepts will be cleared, you will not find any difficulty in understanding the advanced things. Okay, now I try my level best to make the things easy for you. Now see here, digestion is of two types, intracellular and extracellular. Now what is intracellular? Intra means inside, cellular means cell. Inside the cell. And what does digestion means? To break the food particles into smaller pieces. So intracellular digestion means when the food is broken down into, or when the food is broken down into smaller substances or simple substances inside the cell. Understood? That is intracellular digestion, and it generally takes place in microorganisms or in unicellular organisms. Like, can anyone tell me the answer? Please tell me the answer. Just you can WhatsApp the answer, you can send the voice message also, and don't take lot of time. Give me the example where intracellular digestion takes place. It is amoeba. Okay, amoeba you have studied before also. This amoeba, it is a unicellular, and in amoeba the food goes in the food vacuole, is digested, and then it is diffused in the cytoplasm. So amoeba is a unicellular. Okay, so and another type of digestion is extracellular digestion, outside the cell. So this takes place generally in animals. For example, you can even write the example of human beings. Next step is absorption. So the food is digested. When the food is completely digested, then this food is completely digested. I am saying here, I mean when the nutrients are completely digested, when the nutrients are completely converted into the simple forms, then these nutrients are absorbed by the blood, and they can absorb. And the food which is not completely digested here means when it is not converted into simplest molecule, then it is not absorbed by the blood. So these simple molecules, that is absorbed by the blood and is carried to the cells. Understood? Now next is assimilation. Now when this food is carried to the cells, when it reaches the cells, then this food can be used for various activities of the organism. Now absorption means, like if you see, if you take the case of a stone, and if you want to break the stone into small pieces, or you take the case of a chalk, let us say chalk, big piece of chalk. If you try to break chalk in one attempt, you will not break the chalk into smaller and smaller pieces. You will not you cannot convert the chalk or break the chalk into chalk powder. First it will be broken into small pieces, then on further again, if you will try to break those small pieces, it will break into still smaller pieces. On further breaking, still smaller pieces will break into still smaller pieces. Ultimately it will change into chalk powder. So many times that one big piece of chalk needs to be broken, then only it will be converted into a chalk powder. But then also some of the some will be converted into chalk powder, but some will be still in some bigger pieces. So that chalk powder, you can say here in case of food, if you say, that is the simple molecules, and that will be absorbed by the blood. But slightly bigger particles of chalk, okay, will so that can be compared with the slightly bigger pieces of nutrients. So those will not be absorbed by the blood. What I mean to say, when the food is converted into the simple particles like chalk, when it is converted into chalk powder, let us say chalk powder is the simplest form of chalk or simplest particle of chalk. Okay, so in the same way, when the food is converted into so small pieces, then only it will be absorbed by the blood. But slightly bigger piece will not be absorbed by the blood, that will be thrown by the body. Okay, that will be removed by the body or will be excreted out of the body. Now I want to tell you some basic thing. Okay, human nutrition, we can start digestion, or we can discuss about a digestive system in next class also, but these basic things are important to understand. Once you will understand these things, then digestive system or nutrition, that is very easy. Now carbohydrates. So carbohydrates, I told you before also, are two types, the complex and the simple. Complex carbohydrate, you can take the case of starch. Complex, a bigger molecules. Now in carbohydrates, in the complex carbohydrates are what? Actually they are sugars. So carbohydrates, like the complex carbohydrate is starch, let us say. Now in starch, the small glucose, they are the simplest molecules of carbohydrate. They are also sugars, but the simple sugars. Okay, they cannot be further changed into more simpler forms. So in carbohydrate like starch, this simple glucose, that is joined together and it forms a bigger molecules which are called as starch. So when you eat food, and in food carbohydrate is there, then carbohydrate is present in this form. Understood? So this bigger form will not be absorbed by the blood. It needs to be converted into simple form or glucose molecules. Then these glucose molecules will be absorbed by the blood. Now see here, this glucose molecules has to be in this form, single unit, simple molecule. If this glucose is like this, if this is a chain, and in this chain if there are two glucose also, then it will not be absorbed by the blood. It has to be in the simple form. Understood? I hope now it is clear. So when you eat food, the carbohydrate is present in so big form, in starch form. So when this carbohydrate passes through different organ, it is broken down. Now suppose this is a bigger chain of carbohydrate. Suppose this is carbohydrate, glucose. Okay, I hope you okay. So when it is passed through different organs, immediately it is not changed into glucose. First it is digested, it is broken into these two pieces. This has 3 glucose, this has 2. Then when it will pass to another organ, again maybe it is broken down. Okay, then when again it is passed, again it must be broken down. Or in some cases maybe this is the complete digestion of this thing, starch. So now you can see here, these are the simple molecules. These will go to the blood, but this will not go, because here this is bigger. It has 2 glucose molecules. I hope it is clear now. So, and then in proteins is a complex nutrient, but here the simple molecules are amino acids. So protein are digested into amino acids. Fats are the simple is form is glycerol and amino acids. Glycerol and amino acids. So these are the simple forms. Now students, when you eat food, it has different types of nutrients like carbohydrate, proteins, vitamins and all. So all these nutrients are digested. It is not that if you are eating food only carbohydrate is digested. In a food, if you are eating a proper balanced diet, it will have all these three types of nutrients, and all these three types of nutrients, when it passes through different organs, will be digested. And when it reaches the on complete digestion of these nutrients, carbohydrates will be converted into glucose, proteins will be converted into amino acids, and fats will be converted into glucose and fats will be converted into glycerol and fatty acids. It is fatty acids. Students, just corrected, it is fatty acid. I'm sorry for the mistake. Okay. So fats will be converted into glycerol and fatty acids, and when all these nutrients are converted into these simple forms, then this will be absorbed by the blood will carry it to different parts of the body, to the cells, and the undigested or the food material which is not completely digested will be carried to the large intestine and will be removed from the body. I hope it is clear to you. Now students, like there are two types of digestion. First, the food is broken down physically. When you eat food, the bigger pieces of food is converted into smaller pieces, then it is converted into when it passes through different organs, so it is converted into a semi-solid form, then ultimately a liquid form. But the main aim, the function of food is due to the presence of nutrients. So actually the main aim is that these complex nutrients should be converted into the simpler forms. So the food, physically the food is converted into semi-solid or a liquid form by the action of teeth. You chew the food, that food physically or externally, mechanically it is converted into smaller pieces. When it passes through different organs due to the muscular contraction of the stomach, it is further broken down. But what about the nutrients? The teeth, the muscular contractions of the stomach, it will not break the nutrients. The complex nutrients, when you eat food, the carbohydrate is present in starch, proteins, fats, they are the complex nutrients. So your teeth, tongue or muscular contraction of the stomach will not break these nutrients. So students, these nutrients are broken down by special things which are called as enzymes. In different organs, different enzymes are present, and these enzymes, they act on these nutrients and convert them into or break them into smaller and smaller pieces. So I hope it is clear to you. So today we will discuss till here, and next we will do in next class. Thank you students.